What's up, and welcome back to the YouTube channel for the second video ever I've posted, because why not? We're back with another prediction video, and this time it's the Rlcs World Championship coming up Wednesday. I have to get it started because I'm a bit late on this. I'm recording this as of Monday, and yeah, so I need to get started on it. So, sorry. Um, yeah, so we're gonna start it off with the Swish stage. This is your qualification. These are the people that haven't technically qualified for the World Championship, but they're almost there. They just got to qualify for these. They're gonna be like top 8 teams, I believe. Go on. So yeah, let's get started. Anyways, first match we have. I'm sorry, this is probably really, 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 you know, not that good. Okay. Started off, we have version 1 versus Orlando Pirates. A lot of people considered Orlando Pirates to be pretty good. I don't know a lot of people, but I know a couple people have considered Orlando Pirates to be really good at the game, or really good. Obviously, they're really good for the region, but going against V1 for your first match, not the greatest. So I'm definitely going to give this one over to V1, I think, pretty dominantly. I don't think it will be that much. V1 have looked so good recently, and they looked really dominant. I just feel like you could give them a game, but I think V1 are really good. Bravado Gaming versus Renegades. I think this one can actually go pretty close too. Bravado Gaming, like I said, really good for the region. Same as Orlando Pirates. But Renegades have had the experience, and I think Bravado Gaming hasn't had the needed experience to take on these teams. And I think this one will actually be a lot closer than the first one. I think this one will actually go to game 5, but I think Renegades do take it. Gaming Gladiators versus Dignitas. This is also pretty. It's kind of unfortunate for Gaming Gladiators. They always go up against these really tough teams. Dignitas recently has not been looking that good, and a lot of people don't have hope in Dignitas coming into the championship. And I can't say that I have full hope with Dignitas, but unlike, but with that being said, Gaming Gladiators just, unfortunately, they're just not where they need to be, and I don't think they'll take Dignitas. I think they'll take a game. I think they'll start it off pretty good, but then it just goes progressively downhill with Dignitas. Space Station Gaming versus the Club. Now, a lot of people had major upsets last time. I didn't have any, and a lot of people hated on that last video. But right here, I'm actually going to give an upset. I think Space Station is going to start off really slow here. And a lot of people actually have them going 3-0. I think Space Station is going to start off really slow just because. I don't know, I just feel like they will. And I'm actually going to give this to the Club. I think there's going to be just like a random like mistouch or something that's going to happen. Space Station usually does this. In like one of those clutch situations, Space Station just give a really bad touch, and there's like a huge commit, and then it's an open net for the opposite team. I think Club take it in 5. Yeah. K-Core versus O1. This can also be a pretty interesting match. Middle East teams have been known for being really good. O1 actually played pretty well in the game versus 8. I didn't watch that much, but as far as I saw, they actually played pretty well. I think they ended up beating Dignitas, which isn't a huge accomplishment considering how Dignitas have been playing recently. But I think it's still a pretty big goal, and I think it's pretty good. With that being said, though, I think K Corp still take this. Yeah. Um, Pioneers versus Valachi, or Velos, or however you say the esport name. Um, Pioneers have looked really good recently. I haven't really watched Valachi play. I'm not sure if they're that great. I mean, obviously they're here, so they're good enough to make it here. But I think Pioneers have looked so good, and I think they're going to continue to improve, and I think they will do that still. I think Valachi could keep it close. I'm gonna put this at 3-1 because I feel like Pioneers will, once they get the hang of it going, get the hang of it, they'll just go pretty far. They're doing really good. Secret versus Simper. This is probably gonna be the closest match we have compared to skill level. Obviously Simper they have, I forgot his name. I'm sorry. But he's new and he just hasn't played that much. He hasn't been that great. Obviously Simper only qualified for one major, but they made it. They made it here, so good for them. Um, but I don't think they're gonna be able to take Secret. I think this will actually be close. I think this one will go 5, but I think Secret taking the end. Birdie versus Optic. I think this is pretty obvious. I'll give Birdie a game actually, but I think it's pretty obvious Optic take it. Okay, we're gonna start off with round 2 high matches. Version 1 versus the club. I think version 1, I mean, the club kept it pretty close to Space Station Gaming, and I think version 1 do take it. I think we'll go like 3-1, maybe. Dignitas versus Secret. This one's also a pretty difficult one. Because Secret definitely has that upset potential. And I think I'm gonna give it to them. I think I'm gonna give them the upset. I think Dignitas get upset here. Pioneers K Corp. This is also a pretty difficult one. Like I said, Pioneers have that upset potential majorly. But do they have it on K Corp? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm giving it 3 to us. I think these are gonna be really close games. These are probably gonna be some of the closest games that we're gonna have. For sure. Optic Renegades, probably the more rougher teams of the round 2 highs. I think. Let's see. Who do I want to go with this? Because Optic will look pretty good. Renegades never really look great. Always kind of just they always at their peak, which is not very high. Um, as much as I would love to see Renegades go like 3-0 in this tournament and just absolutely obliterate, I don't think they will. I think this one will actually go 3-1 in favor of Optic. All right, round 2 low matches. I'm just gonna get this going. Orlando could be a good team. I don't think they take Space Station. Simper versus Gaming Gladiators. Once again, both teams kind of in a rough bracket. Um, both these teams could have the upset potential. I think Simper take it. I think they'll go a game in Gaming Gladiators. Like I said, I don't think Gaming Gladiators just has what it takes to be able to keep up with it. Especially since they're playing with the sub as well. I forgot to mention that in the last one. They were playing with the sub because Abs Crazy cannot be there. Because of visa issues, I believe. He can't be there. So, yeah, unfortunate. 01 Esports versus Valachi Esports. The two Middle Eastern teams. Who is better? Like I said, this is a complete gamble for me. Because I don't watch either one of these teams. So, with that being said, Valachi, I'm not sure if they played in the Gamers 8. If they did not do that well because I did not see them play that much. 01 Esports, I think they do have that definite good. I'm going 0-1. I think I'll go 5. I'm going 0-1 though. Like I said, that's a complete gamble for me. That could change for you. I'm not good when it comes to these teams, so I'm not really sure. But yeah, Bravado Gaming versus Tokyo Verde. Your two minor region teams are here. These are the two minor of the minor. Um, Bravado Gaming versus Tokyo Verde. You know what? I want to give hope to the APAC region, but I don't see it happen. I think this will go 3-1 in favor of Bravado Gaming. Yeah, that's where I'm seeing it. Alright, your round 3 high matches. You know, upsets here. Maybe, possibly, maybe not. Whatever. Version 1, Secret. I love Secret. I would love to see them perform. But it's against V1. What can you do? Maybe if they had Optic, they could have beaten them and gotten the 3-0. But against V1, you can't really do much. I think this will actually go pretty dominantly in favor of V1. And yeah, Optic Carbine. Like I said, I don't think I said this actually. These run through high matches, these are probably more of your dominant games. These are more of who's gonna make it. Maybe, maybe not. Carbine Corp, I do think they have potential to be upset by Optic. I don't think they will, but I think it could be close, and I think there will be a scare. I think Carbine Corp could almost sell or give up the game, but in the end, they clutch it up. You know what I mean? I think it will be close though. I think Optic do keep it pretty close. They have looked really good recently, so good for them. Round 3 mid matches. Let's see. Dignitas versus 01 Esports. This is a rematch from Gamers 8. At Gamers 8, 01 did beat Dignitas. And I don't think it will change. I'm going 3-2. I'm actually not sure who won the 3v3 matches. I do believe it was 01 that won the 3v3 matches, if I'm not mistaken. And I think they actually lost the 1v1 matches. So I'm gonna go 01 in there. I'm still gonna keep 01. I think they're pretty good. And also, I want to see the minor region teams perform. Pioneers, Bravado Gaming. Like I said, Bravado Gaming, they're good, but not good enough. I think this will actually keep. I'll give it a 3-1. I think Bravado can have momentum going off the last win, whereas Pioneers recently lost. I don't. I think Pioneers can manage. Yeah. Renegades Space Station. Like I said, Renegades pretty good team, but I don't see them going against Space Station. I will give them a 3-1 because I think Renegades could take a game. Because recently, minor region teams have been looking phenomenal. Obviously, Fury just came off the win and Gamers 8, so first minor region LAN win, I believe. So good for them. The club versus Simper. So, like I said, Simper's not been looking that great. They did beat Gaming Gladiators. Not much of a challenge though, and I think their weakness is South American teams. So I'm actually gonna give them 3-1. Actually, no. We're gonna keep it close, 3-2, because I don't know how good the club plays. I do have hope for the club, but I'm not sure how well they play. Yeah, we'll keep that. We'll keep that. All right, run through the little matches. Veloci versus Orlando Pirates. Like I said, a lot of people consider Orlando Pirates to be good. I'm sorry, I don't see it. I'm giving that a 3-1. Because they didn't perform well at Gamers 8. That's their chance they had to perform, and they didn't do it. APAC versus APAC. What's the better APAC? Could be an upset. I'm gonna give it 3-2 in favor of Tokyo Birdie. Obviously, I think Gaming Gladiators has beat Tokyo Birdie before, but I think Tokyo Birdie will beat them this time because obviously they're playing with a sub. It's a bit harder. You know what I mean? All right. Round 4 high matches. We have Optic versus the club, and as much as I would love to see the club win here, pretty sure this is actually a rematch too, right? No, I'm mistaken. Thought it was a rematch. It is not. Optic the club. Like I said, I haven't seen the club play that much. Optic's looking pretty good. I will give it a 3-2 in favor of Optic. Secret 01. Let's see. Secret are currently they're currently 2-1, and if they lose this, they're 2-2. Do I think 01 can come back on this? I do. I think this will go 3-2 in favor of 01. 01 looked pretty good at Gamers 8. Not the greatest, but pretty good. I think they'll take out Secret. Secret, I don't know. They're kind of that 50-50 team. They can perform, but they might not. So, yeah. Space Station Pioneers, I love both these teams. These are my two minor. These are, well, not. Space Station, not a minor region. My favorite team versus my favorite minor region team. But I'm going to have to go on this. I think this will actually be close, and I think it could possibly go for another reverse sweep. It may not. I don't know. Pioneers lose it, though. All right, round 3 low matches. This is your elimination right here. This is the second elimination round. Obviously, Gaming Gladiators and Orlando Pirates are already out. So these are your second eliminations. You're either going to be eliminated here or you're not going to be. So, Dignitas, Tokyo Verde. I think Tokyo Verde is a good team. I don't think Dignitas will get upset, though. And I'm going to go 3-1 on that. How many 3-0s have I gotten? I don't think I've gotten that many 3-0s, actually. I got a 3-0 right here, got a 3-0 right here. I got 3 3-0s. So I'm keeping this as pretty competitive. Yeah. Simper, Renegades. Pretty interesting one. These are your two kind of teams. Simper used to be able to perform, and they could probably take it out Renegades. It's just their fault. split form, but it's not. And in fact, I'm gonna give this to Renegades. I think they'll take it. Yeah, I feel Renegades take it. 3-1 could be an overstatement. I think it could go 3-0 sweep. It could be closer to. Not sure. Depends on how Simper plays. All right, Bravado versus Valachi. Like I said, this SSA teams, I'm not really sure how good they play. Same with the Middle Eastern teams. I don't know really of Falcons and how they play. Um, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Valachi. I believe in the Middle Eastern teams. I think this will actually be close. I think Bravado will keep it pretty close, and but not where they need to be. All right, this is it. This is either you qualify or you don't. This is life or death right here. And of course, first match we have the Australians versus the Australians, Pioneers versus Renegades. Who is better? The thing is, as much as I want Pioneers to win this, I feel like this is gonna be my. You feel like it's gonna happen. You feel like Pioneers are definitely the better team, but the pressure's gonna get to them. And with Renegades having the experience, I'm gonna give this to Renegades. As much as I want Pioneers to win, I'm gonna give that an upset to Renegades. Um, unfortunately, but I think it will happen. So yeah. I'm sorry. The Club Dignitas. Sorry. Let's see. The Club Dignitas, as much as Dignitas has been through a roller coaster of win, loss, all that stuff. I'm gonna give them the win here. I think they're gonna manage to clutch up in the end. As much as I want to see the club win, I don't I don't think it's gonna happen. It could be an upset. I'm actually putting Dignitas as the upset here in my opinion. Personally, I think Dignitas is the upset over the club. So yeah, people might think different. People might think the club is the upset. I think Dignitas is the upset. So that's just me. Team Secret versus Valachi. Like I said, I love the Middle Eastern teams, but I think Secret are a better team. I think this one will also be pretty close. I think these are all going to be your closest match. 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. I mean, obviously there's that here, but I think these are going to be pretty close. But yeah, there is my wild card, and yeah. So in the end, we have version 1 Carbine Core going 3-0, Space Station Gaming, Optic Gaming, and 0-1 Esports going 3-1. And then Dignitas, Renegades, and Team Secret going 3-2 with the eliminations of Pioneers, Valachi, The Club, Bravado Gaming, Simper Esports, Tokyo Birdie, Gaming Gladiators, and Orlando Pirates. That's what I think. May happen, may not. Alright, here we are. This is your main event. This is your Group A, Group B bracket to go into the playoffs or the official main event. So this is like your pre-main event. This is your official main event. You get what I'm saying? So we're actually gonna start off in Group A, and then we're gonna do Group A progressively going, and then Group B going in. So yeah. All right. Start off. We have Moist Esports versus Team Secret. I feel like it's kind of unfortunate that Team Secret got put here in this situation. Um, I think it is kind of unfortunate they're here. I mean, they have. I mean, it doesn't matter what they're doing. They faced. They faced Moist Furia or version 1, and I don't see it happening. I think this will actually go 4-0. I think it will be dominant. I think Moist will do pretty well. They could start off a bit slow, and this could be like a game or two taken off by Secret. Secret's a good team. I think they'll keep it close in the games, but I think overall Moist take the games in the end. And then eventually the series. Furia version 1. This is a pretty close game. This could go, and I believe version 1 may or may not have ended Furia, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to think right now. I I'm not. I'm blanking on what happened at the spring major. I do think I I think Fury have looked really good, and I think they're going to be huge on momentum. after the Gamers 8 win. I'm gonna give them the win here. I think they'll take it for 3, down 2 for 3. Yeah. BDS 0 Esports. Like I said, I want to see these Middle Eastern teams. I think Falcons kind of have to be in that situation, which could happen here. And I think it will go 4-2. Actually, no, I'm gonna give it a 4-1. I think 0-1 could, like, it looks believable. They might take the first game and then BDS get the momentum and take it. Optic Falcons. I, I don't think Optic's good enough for that. I'm sorry to say. I just don't think Optic is good enough to beat Falcons. I think they'll take a game. Nothing more than that. We're to the lower bracket now. Lower bracket quarterfinals or first rounds. Secret version 1. Like I said, Secret, good team, but it's just unfortunately who they had to face. I'm giving this. I'll give it a 4-1. I think they could take a game of V1. I think V1 kind of have like their troll phase. You know, they always do it every tournament. Yeah, I think they'll do it here, but in the end, version 1 take the series. Optic versus 0-1 Esports. That's a bit of an interesting one. I think a lot of people expect 0-1 Esports to take this. Some people may think Optic. I'm gonna give this 0-1. I think this will actually be pretty close, but I think 0-1 take it in game 7. Yeah, that's the thing. All right, upper semifinals we have Moist Furia. This is a pretty difficult one. Let's see, pretty difficult one. Moist Furia. Who do I want to do? I mean, you got to think here. I mean, you kind of have to win here because if you go to lower bracket, you face V1. And V1 is not an easy team to beat. Um, I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give it to Furia. I think Furia will take it. Oh, never mind. They faced 0-1. Kind of weird. I didn't know that. All right, yeah, I'm giving this to Furia. Yeah, yeah. I think that's what's gonna work. We'll give it to Furia. Okay. BDS Falcons. Falcons. I think you're expecting to win here. I don't want to give it to BDS. I think BDS will look strong coming here. Obviously, did they even qualify for this per major? I think they did, and they didn't perform that well. Or did they not qualify? I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm giving this to BDS. I think BDS will take it. I don't know. I'm just feeling that they will. All right, lower brackets. These are your life or death. You win, you qualify. You lose, you were out of the tournament. We're gonna start with Moist and 0-1 though. I don't know what you really expect here. It's Moist. They always clutch up in the end. I think it could be closer. Maybe like a 4-2. 0-1's a good team. It's Moist though. What can do? V1 Falcons. This is a bracket right here. This is a game. I think this will 100% go to game 7 for sure. A lot of people are expecting Falcons to make a run in this. But I'm gonna give it to V1. I think this will go to game 7, but I give it to V1 in the end. It's V1, they always tend to actually, you know what? No. We're gonna give it to Falcons. I think Falcons win. Yeah, I like that. I think Falcons win it. Yeah, yeah. I don't think Com's trash talk will be good enough to beat Falcons. Yeah. G2 Esports versus Renegades. By the way, these are 4-0s, I do believe. If not, just shorten down by 1. You know what I mean? And if it's an O, they go 3-0. You know what I mean? This 4-0. I'm actually not sure how these work exactly. I don't think it tells me either. So yeah, unfortunate. It's 4-0, obviously. Endpoint versus Carbine Core. I think this one's also pretty obvious. I think Archie. I believe that's still on it. I believe that's in point now. Archie. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I actually think this will go 4-2, but I think it will be a lot closer than it actually looks on here. FaZe Dignitas could be an upset. I'm not seeing an upset. FaZe are good. Space Station Energy. This was your RLCX rivalry, I would say. These were like your two top teams in RLCS X before they fell off, before Space Station fell off, and then Energy fell off this season. Um, hmm, hmm. This is a tough one. I Energy haven't been looking good recently, but I think they'll show up when it comes to Worlds. I think we'll go to Game 7, but I think Energy take it in the end. Alright, Renegades Endpoint. I don't see an upset here. I don't see a possible upset. I give it 4-2. That's probably an upset series right there. But I don't see they're an upset. Renegades, I don't see them upsetting. You know, Dignitas Space Station Gaming. This could be an upset. Dignitas definitely could upset here. I don't think they will. I think it will go to Game 7. I think this will go to Game 7. I don't think it will be an upset. I think Space Station do manage to clutch it up. Yeah, yeah, I see that. All right, G2 versus Carbine Core. A lot of you will expect a lot from Carbine. And because Carbine upset G2 last time. But I don't think it's gonna happen here. I think it'll be 4-2. G2 qualify. FaZe Energy. I think Energy just came off a tougher game. And I think Energy overall, like this past split, FaZe have looked like the more dominant team over Energy. But I think Energy are gonna show up here at the Worlds. And I think they'll show up. Energy qualify, bring it to there. Space Station Gaming versus Carbine Core. Oh, that's an interesting one. Well, we'll start off with FaZe Endpoint, actually. FaZe Endpoint. Endpoint, like I said, good team. They beat Renegades. It wasn't really an expected loss. It was an expected win, to be honest. But I think they'll actually take this to a Game 7. I think Endpoint are good enough to take this to a Game 7. I think they will. But I think FaZe do take them in the end. Carmine Corp, Space Station Gaming. Definite upset potential here. I don't know what the upset would be. For me, it'd be Carmine over Space Station. And I think Carmine got overhyped at Spring Split. And I would love to see them perform again. They definitely deserve it. I don't see it happen. I think it's going to go to another Game 7. I think Space Station qualify. Okay, here we are. Main finals time. Playoffs, World Championship. This is where you gotta sweep here. You gotta go perfect for this entire bracket. There's no lower bracket here. That means if you lose the series, you are out. So we will see. We will see. All right, Furia Esports versus Space Station Gaming. Furia, like I said, they've been a pretty good team. I think they've been. I don't think they've been overhyped. I think they've definitely performed where their hype is. I think some people consider they're overhyped, but there's not really a lot of like. There's a lot of consistency from them. Not really like a lot of improvement. I mean, obviously improvement, considering they are facing these other teams from these major region teams and beating them, right? But overall, yeah, I'm gonna give this Space Station. Maybe a little bias here. I'm gonna give it to Space Station though. Yeah, I'm gonna give this to Space Station. Yeah. All right, that means Fury are eliminated. Falcons Energy. This is a rematch from Fall Major. Energy did win that major. They beat Falcons. I do believe it was like a 4-1 or 4-2 overall series scoreline. Um, what do I think about this? Energy Falcons. That's a bit of an interesting one. I'm gonna. I'm giving it to Falcons. I'll give it to Falcons. Actually, you know what? Nope. I'm gonna give it to Energy. I think I like Energy there. I think Energy take it again. I think they came here to play. I think well, G2 Moist, your battle of your two previous major champions. That means we have a chance of just. I mean, obviously, we could have a new one. I'm really hoping we get a new one, not like a recurring one. But not sure. G2 Moist. Depends how G2 plays. I think Moist had an easier qualification going in this. They obviously had to take on Furia, but they also took on Secret and 0-1. Whereas G2 had to take on, well, they took on Renegades and Carbine Core, so nothing crazy. I'm gonna give it. I'm giving it. I'm giving it to Moist. I think Moist just managed to clutch up in the ends for no reason. I think they just managed to clutch up. So yeah, that's my result. That's what I think. All right, BDS Phase Clan, another really one of those. You'd be surprised that none of these teams make it to the top four. These are your teams you would expect to get top four, maybe. They obviously in the top 8. Um, let's see. I'm gonna give it to BDS. Yeah, I'll give it to BDS because I want the European NA final. All right, Space Station Gaming Energy. This is an interesting one. Interesting one to say the least. Space Station Gaming kind of have that upset potential. They can definitely take energy here. I do believe they lost. Yeah, they lost energy over here, and I think maybe a little bias coming from me. I think I think Space Station take it again. I think Space Station take it. Yeah, I think Space Station take it. Yeah, I like that. Maybe a little bias, but I think Space Station take it. All right, Moist Team BDS. All right, interesting one here. I think for the storyline, I'm gonna go with Moist because I want to. And your Rlcs 21-22 World Championship Finals are between Space Station Gaming and Moist Esports. Um, I think I think a lot of people actually have Moist. If they look at this matchup, they would take Moist over it. But I want to give that youngest world champion vibe in Daniel. Also, Arsenal needs to win a LAN. They haven't won a LAN yet. They've been waiting so many seasons to win a world championship. I think it's their time. I think Space Station Gaming has learned from their mistakes of the major, and they win the world championship. Space Station Gaming are your RLCS 21-22 world champions. You're probably all going to disagree with me on that, but that's my results. So, if you agree with those, dope. Um, so yeah, let me know in the comment section down below if you watched this far somehow. If you watch this far, let me know in the comment section down below if you agree with these for one, and if you don't, just tell me what you think. What do you think is gonna? Who do you think is gonna win? Do you think I messed up on the overall Swiss stage? Do you think I was gonna make it out of the Swiss stage? Were there any upsets that I didn't have that you had? Let me know because I really want to know actually. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. I appreciate it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss one of my another monthly video or whatever. Anyways, yes, enjoy the video, and I'll see you next time.